Dressmakers and friends, welcome back again on the channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this pattern we previously drafted in the last tutorial. If you have not watched that video, I'm linking it up here for you. You can check it out. First thing you want to do is go ahead to lay your pattern on your fabric, and then because the zipper is going to be at the front, note I have a seam allowance of 1 inch on the front right here. On the sides too, I have 1 inch seam allowance. The center back ½ inch because the zipper is not on the center back, and also on the side I have 1 inch. Every other part is ½ inch aside the center front, which you have the zipper, as well as the sides where we are going to be joining the two sides together. After adding the seam allowances on the fabric, the next thing you want to do is note where the dart is and transfer your dart on the fabric, both the fabric piece and the lining. Okay, transfer the darts for the front, for the back pattern, and also you can now go ahead to cut. After cutting this, the next thing will be for us to now prepare the fabric. You know that this style, it looks really nicely tailored and finished. The trick there is for you to have interfacing on the fabric. So preparing the fabric is very important for us to get this nice seamless tailored look. On my sleeve, I've gone ahead to add ½ inch seam allowance everywhere aside the hemline. Okay, for this sleeve, the lining is going to be a little bit of the fabric and the lining. This is the front. I've added the interfacing, which is stay to the front, and for the back I added the interfacing halfway from the waist downward for the back. This is our sleeve. You can see from the outside of the sleeve you will be able to see the wrong side, so that's why I added this fabric halfway, so that when you're looking at the inside of the sleeve from the person's wearing it from the hand, you can see the same fabric, not that black lining. Okay, so I hope you understand why we did that. So the next thing is for me to go ahead and take out all the darts so that we can have all our darts in the right places. After taking out the darts, here is what we have. Can you see? Side darts, waist darts, everything for front and back sorted. So now let's arrange the fabric such that we join the shoulder and the shoulder together. Okay, I'm going to be using pins and illustration to show you how we are going to do that. Okay, just the same way you see me joining this shoulder, that's the same way we are going to be sewing it, just like this, shoulders alone. The joining will be fabric separately and then the lining separately. Okay, so we are going to have something that is flat at that shoulder area. Okay, so the same thing you do for the lining is still the same thing you do for the main fabric as well. Now here is what it looks like after joining. You can see how nice and flat it looks. I've also gone ahead to press it down so that everything can look flat. The next thing you are going to do now is to put the center back together. You can see the curve that we have at that center back is looking really nice already. So by the time we are wearing this, I'm sure that the fit at the back is going to be looking really good. The back is not really straight, so if you are still drafting your pattern with your center back being straight, I think you should use the pattern drafting method we used earlier. I'm going to link it in the description for you to see. Okay, use it. It's going to give you a better fit. Now after sewing the center back together, this is what we have. Can you see? The next thing, press it flat just like this, fabric and then lining. Can you see? Now you're going to bring the two together, right sides facing each other, and then the next thing is for us to go and put the two necklines together. Can you see? Make sure that ironing is your friend. I've ironed out my zipper allowance for the front. You can see. First, I'm going to measure out the zipper to see how much the zipper I need, and I'm going to cut off the top after I have opened the zipper like that. Okay, so just cut off the top because you know that there's no way you will use up your zipper and the remaining will be too long for you to just leave it inside the dress. Okay, so just cut off that zipper the remaining one, cut it off just like that. Mark that point where your sewing needs to end, and that's what I am marking nicely like this. Okay, the sewing of the zipper is going to be in between the fabric and the lining, so go ahead to first of all sew your zipper like you would normally do right here. Okay, and then I will come back to show you how you are going to continue it. Now the zipper is sewn. The next thing you are going to do is to now pick up the lining. Okay, and then you are going to place the right side of the fabric and the right side of the lining together just like this, and then you are going to pin the neckline all around, ensuring that all of the seam line, the center back, the shoulder, the center front, and every other part matches perfectly. Okay, after it matches, then you are now going to go ahead to sew it just as you are pinning it right now. Okay, so I'm going to mark where the sewing needs to end. The sewing joining of this zip is a little bit technical, but it gives us the best and the neatest finish, and that is why it is good that you embrace it for this style. Okay, so what you are going to do, mark that point where you want the stitches to end, where you want the sewing to end, mark it right there. So you go ahead to sew it the way you see me marking it like this, from one end of the neckline to the other towards the back. This is the same way you are going to sew it. Okay, make sure that you stop at that zipper allowance. Once that is done, you go ahead to notch the neckline that you have just sewn. Okay, and after notching it, you go ahead to give it a top stitch or under stitch. Make sure that the under stitch falls on the lining area. Okay, I hope you know how to do an under stitch. Just simply do a stitch of 0.1 centimeter or 0.1 inch, and then you stitch it round, just something like this. Okay, this is what an under stitch looks like. Okay, that way the lining can stay inside. Now once that is done, open up your zipper like this, pull the fabric together at the center front just like this. Okay, and then the next thing is you are going to press the remaining zipper down just like this, and then you are going to sew this straight, following the seam line that is already there, which you used to sew the zipper at first. Okay, so it's important that your sewing has to be in this manner, in this sequence, and I hope that you are learning. This is how you create a neat and perfectly finished garment. Okay, it looks like this is going to take us a longer route, but the end result is always nice and always neat. Okay, so I'm going to pin it this way first. Okay, whatever I do to one side, I've done it to the other side as well. Then the next thing to do will be for us to go ahead and sew. Now I've sewn it just the same way you see me pinning it over here. Now take a look at what this looks like on the right side. Look at how nicely finished this is going to look at the end of the day. All right, so before we continue, kindly take a moment to give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave your question in the comments. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is to stitch the hemline of this blouse, and what we are going to do is to use the seam allowance which we have 0.5 inch seam allowance here. Is the same thing that we are going to use. Now note that at this point you need to trim your lining to be 0.25 shorter than the main fabric. Can you see? You can see it's a little bit shorter. The reason for this is you don't want the black lining poking out. Just 0.25 inch, okay, or 0.5 centimeter, anyone. Just make sure it's slightly shorter, and then go ahead and sew. And just sew that hemline. The next part for us to sew will be this point, and then you are going to pull the fabric like this, just so that they match. By the time you have shortened it by that 0.25 inch, you will realize that it looks like if they do not want to match, but you just pull it up like this just so that they can match, and then you go ahead to sew this part just as seen. Once you are done sewing that, you should have something that looks like this. Can you take a look at this? So what you want to do now is notch those corners, especially these corners, so that they can be pointy. Okay, notch them so that when you turn them inside out, they can be pointed, and then you can see how nice and neat our zipper will be looking at the front. Also, let me mention that the zipper that you need for this type of project is the one that splits up when you unzip it, the 2-in-1 where you can couple and zip up, because you are going to be wearing this blouse through this zipper, so it has to be a functional zipper. Okay, so look at what our zipper is looking like. Everything is looking neat inside and out. Okay, so this is all the reason why we took the pain, and you can see it is worth it. Okay, the next thing you want to do is go ahead to do the same thing that you did on the hemline of the front, do it to the back and stitch the hemline of the back just like this. Remember that our side seam allowance is 1 inch, so let's not forget that. Now we are going to join the sides. At this point, you have two options. Is either you first of all take out 0.25 to join it inside, then do it outside, or you turn the fabric to the wrong side just like this, and then you put sides together just like this, and then you mark your 1 inch right here on the side, and then you sew. Okay, but I'm going to go by the first option, so I'm going to sew it inside first of all by 0.25 inch, then I'll be left with 0.75 to sew it outside. After sewing it with 0.25 inside, this is what I have. Now I'm going to open it up to the right side, and I will show you what to do next. This is what it is looking like. Next thing, turn it to the inner side of the fabric and then sew it with the remaining 0.75 all the way to the sides. So I am simply marking the 0.75 to both sides of the fabric inside, and if you have watched this video this far, then I am sure that you have gotten value, you have learned a thing or two. Kindly give this video a thumbs up, and also you can drop me some sweet comments. And if you are new here, please subscribe. Support this channel by really giving this video a thumbs up so that more people can also learn from me as well. Thank you. Now that you are done taking out the seam allowance, confirm the measurement of your bust, waist and hip to be sure that it is still what you need. Okay, and after I am done sewing, this is what I have. Can you see how nice and neat this is looking, both on the wrong side and on the right side? And the only thing that is left right now is to join the sleeve and then go ahead to give it a good press. Now for the sleeve, kindly pay attention, okay, because we want this sleeve to also be as neat as we can possibly get it done. Now you are going to go ahead to sew the hemline of your sleeve first with 0.5 inch seam allowance. Okay, follow the hemline, the shape of the hemline, and stitch it by 0.5 inch seam allowance, which you have right there. Okay, once you are done stitching, it should look like this. Go ahead and trim down the seam allowance and also notch the curve so that the curve can relax. Turn it inside out, and then you go ahead to give it a good press. By the time you have done pressing that part, you should have something that looks like this. Now pay attention to this next part. After sewing the hemline, you are going to pick the side seam of your sleeve on the wrong side, okay, side seam, and then you are going to sew it by your ½ inch seam allowance which you added originally. If you added more than ½ inch seam allowance, take out the exact seam allowance that you put. Okay, you see the same way that I am pinning it like this. You are going to sew the side of the lining and the sides of the fabric together. Note that it's already joined at the hem. Can you see? So you are going to sew it all the way just like this. Okay, can you see it? The way it's pinned. Once you are done sewing, you should have something that looks like this. And then all you need to do now is to turn everything inside out. By the time you turn it inside out, all the seam allowance will remain in between the lining and the main fabric, and this is the neatness and the nice finishing that we intend to get by taking the pain and that stress. Take a look at what the inside will look like. If somebody is wearing it now, look at the inside of my hand, you'll be seeing the fabric. That's the reason why we joined the fabric earlier, and the seam, the joining of the sleeve will not be seen. Can't you see how neat this is? I know this video has been so helpful, so you guys do not have any reason to sew something that is not neat. Is it that neat or neat on this channel? Finally, before we iron, the next thing we are going to be doing is to put the sleeve and join it to the main body of the blouse. Make sure that you have notched the front of your sleeve, the front arm of your sleeve, so that the front armhole and the front armhole of the blouse will be exactly the same, because this sleeve is not is asymmetric. You don't want the sleeve to be facing back. Okay, so make sure that you join it properly. Ensure that you join the front of the sleeve armhole to the front armhole of the blouse. So just see the way I am pinning it, and then you are just simply going to go ahead to stitch it round, just the same way I have pinned it round, just like this. Just take your time to fit it nicely, pin it, so that sewing it will be easy. You can just go ahead to just sew it once. So I'll just take it to the sewing machine and just sew just like this, and by the time I am done sewing it, I'm just simply going to overlock this, because this is the only part that is rough or that has raw edges. Overlock it, and by the time you are done overlocking, you should have something that is as nice and as neat as this. And this is it. Our blouse is ready. This is the final look of our blouse. Isn't this beautiful? Look at the inside, look at the outside. This is neat. Also, if you like to sew your dresses more like this and you want me to share more tutorial of this inseam finishing, you want something like this, kindly comment inseam in the comments. Now take a look at the finished look of our blouse. Look at the fit. Look at how nice, well tailored this came out to be. Look at the fit from the back, looking nice and just perfect. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Until I see you again in the next one, stay creative.